This is the West Deer Dog Shelter. I'm Devin Carr, and this is Jake Simon, and we're two junior volunteers at the dog shelter. Let's go inside. This cage out here is what we call Eddie's condo. It has its own small yard, and it goes inside of the shelter. And this is Chelsea. She's one of our dogs, and she's 8 years old, and she's the sweetest thing, but since she's 8 years old, people don't want to adopt her. Let's go inside. This is the inside of the shelter. We want a maximum of 9 dogs, but right now we have 12 dogs right now, so we're a little over our limit. But really, we don't have much space. The reason most of them are usually out running around, but the reason everybody's caged up is because we just got this new dog in here, and another dog over here. They just came in a few minutes ago. And out here, all the way out there, that is Theo. And the cage out there, we call that the guest suite, because that's where we usually put dogs that haven't been here very long and aren't very people friendly. But Theo, we put him out there because he's old, and he suddenly decided that he doesn't get along with dogs very well. And this is their yard. And as you can see, it's not very big, especially not for 12 or so dogs. This is our swimming pool. The dogs, it gets cold out, they wade in. And we don't usually put dogs out in the guest suite unless, it's a cooler day, because in the summer it's hot and we have to turn on the AC. Okay. This is Barney, and he's about 12 years old. This is Baker, and Baker is about 10 years old. He's a beagle, and he has glaucoma, and he can really only see out of the sides of his eyes. And this is Dora, and she just came in yesterday, and she's a 4-month-old puppy, beagle mix. Okay. And over here, this is Duke, and Duke is turn this way. Duke is Joe's brother. They came from the same place, and they're supposed to be pure beagle, but we aren't real sure about that. Okay, this one right here, there's a possibility that he could be a wild dog, and he's not very people friendly, and we're going to try to, get him to like people, but if we can't get him to like people and he's just way too afraid and tries to bite, we may have to put him down, which we really hate to do because we don't like to put dogs down unless we actually have to. Oh, and he had another dog with him. He was about the same as him. He was a little bit older. And, well, we had to put him down. He wouldn't, they couldn't get him out of the vet's office. He was bleeding from the mouth, and he was being very aggressive, and we just couldn't get him out of the vet's office, and we had to put him down, and we don't like doing that. If we have to, we do. And that's Joe, that's Duke's brother. And then this is probably a husky or a Malinois, and we just got him in a few minutes before we shot this video. And over here, this is Chauncey. I know, he looks kind of sad, but he's not really that sad. He's just upset because he's in the cage. But the reason he has the E-collar, or the cone, as some people call it, is because on his nose, he may have stuck his nose through a fence because of, separation anxiety. And so it's really starting, it's been healing. After that heals, he has to have that cone on for another 2 weeks. And the reason there's the foam and the material around it is because whenever the scab was on, he would scratch the scab on the edge of the cone. And we had to stop him from doing that. And we have to go in there and we have to help him eat because he can't get his face in the bowl whenever we're feeding him. And these are the dogs. We don't have much space. And we'd like to introduce you to Barb Pasquale, and we'll go into her office. It's not very big. We'll show you where she works. We are a volunteer shelter. We run completely on donations. We don't get money. We're non-profit. And so most of the volunteers are junior volunteers. We have very few adult volunteers. And the junior volunteers usually only come once or twice a week. And we come up and we walk the dogs. And I'm lucky because I can come up pretty often because I live close enough to ride my bike up. So through this door, and down the hall and through another door, and we will see Barb Pasquale's office. Now Barb shares an office with the Gary Bogan, our dog law officer, and another police officer, I believe. So here's her office. This is Barb Pasquale. She's been volunteering here for
15 years.
15 years. And this is her office space. Yeah, I know, it's not very big. And that's her computer. That's about all the space she has. We have a refrigerator in here, and we don't usually use it, but for our dog Barney in there, we give him yogurt because he has a yeast infection. And we have to keep that refrigerated, so we take it in there, and then we also keep the shots in there, right, Barb?
Mm-hmm.
We keep the shots in there, and that's just about it. This is our shed. This is all the storage space we have. We keep dog food here that's donated from Walmarts and Kmarts and such. And we have carriers in here. And usually the carriers are used for whenever we have our annual rabies clinic. People sometimes don't bring carriers for their cats. And so we use these carriers. And we've got blankets in here and bleach that we use to clean the floors. And we can't use soap to clean the floors, and we have to be really careful when we're using soap to clean the dishes, because if we leave any soap residue behind, then we don't want the dogs to eat that, so that's pretty bad if we leave soap residue. This is the kitchen. This is pretty much the rest of our storage. We've got our lockers here. We have a few blankets, cleaning supplies, towels, and treats in here. And then around there are more blankets and toys in this cage. And this is where we keep our clipboards and sometimes other records. And like I said, this is the kitchen. This is where we keep most of our files in there. And then we also have a few things in the file cabinets, such as books for helping us name dogs that become possession of the shelter after 48 hours. And also, I'm a microchip reader. And then this is all the larger our kitchen is. This is the hot water tank, I believe. We have a few dishes. We don't have all that many. And we do get a lot of canned food and such donated, but there's also a lot of medicine that the dogs have to take and other things. Western Township is the only township that operates their own dog law. Most other townships go to places like Triangle or Animal Friends. And we're mostly no-kill, except for the few exceptions like that one that was very you know, aggressive. We would really appreciate your help. We need a better, bigger shelter. The dogs, they don't have grass to run in, they have stones. And we don't have enough space. So, really like your help.